A device built 2,000 years ago that's so advanced it could predict celestial movements. Or a simple clay jar from ancient Mesopotamia that might actually be a battery. And what about the pyramids? Did humans really build them? Or was it something else? Today, we're unraveling the mysteries of ancient civilizations and artifacts that defy explanation. Let's dive into some of history's most mind-boggling enigmas. 1. The Antikythera mechanism, the world's first computer? This intricate piece of machinery was pulled from a Roman shipwreck in 1901. At first, archaeologists thought it was just a lump of corroded metal. But after decades of research, it turned out to be something extraordinary. A complex analog computer from ancient Greece, dating back to 100 BCE. This device could calculate astronomical positions and eclipses with shocking precision. It even accounted for the irregular orbit of the moon, a fact scientists didn't fully understand until much later. How did the ancient Greeks build something so advanced when most of humanity was still working with basic tools? The Antikythera mechanism is so complex that some researchers say it wouldn't have looked out of place in an 18th century clockmaker's workshop, over 1,500 years ahead of its time. Could there have been an entire technological revolution in the ancient world that we've somehow lost? Or was this a one-time genius invention? 2. The Baghdad battery, ancient electricity? Now, let me show you something equally strange, the Baghdad battery. Discovered near Baghdad in the 1930s, these clay jars contain a copper cylinder and an iron rod. When filled with an acidic liquid like vinegar, they can generate electricity. Electricity in 250 BCE? What could they have possibly been powering? Ancient smartphones? More likely, they used it for electroplating, coating objects in gold or silver. But here's the real mystery. We have no evidence of any electrical devices from that time. So, what were these batteries really for? Some theories suggest the Baghdad battery was used in religious rituals. Imagine shocking someone with divine power, a literal spark from the gods. Whatever its purpose, it proves that ancient civilizations may have been more inventive than we give them credit for. 3. The Pyramids of Giza. Who built them and how? The Pyramids of Giza are arguably the most iconic ancient structures in the world. Built over 4,500 years ago, they've sparked countless theories about how such massive monuments were constructed without modern technology. Each block weighs about 2.5 tons, and the Great Pyramid alone contains over 2 million of them. That's like building a skyscraper with nothing but ropes and ramps. Mainstream archaeologists suggest ramps were used, but here's the kicker. No physical evidence of these ramps has ever been found. Some people believe extraterrestrials lent a helping hand. Far-fetched? Maybe. But the precision of the pyramids, aligning perfectly with the cardinal directions, does make you wonder. The Great Pyramid was once covered in smooth, white limestone, which reflected sunlight like a giant beacon. Can you imagine how stunning it must have looked? The pyramids remain a testament to human ingenuity, or perhaps something we haven't yet uncovered. 4. The Nazca Lines, messages to the gods or extraterrestrials. In the deserts of Peru, enormous geoglyphs stretch across the earth, depicting animals, plants, and abstract shapes. These are the Nazca Lines, created over 2,000 years ago and only visible from the sky. But here's the puzzle. How did the Nazca people, without aircraft, design such precise, large-scale images? Some researchers believe they were ritualistic, designed to be seen by gods from above. Others think they were astronomical calendars. And then there's the idea that they were landing strips for extraterrestrials. One of the most famous geoglyphs is the astronaut, a humanoid figure with what looks like a helmet. Coincidence or something more? The Nazca Lines remain one of Earth's greatest mysteries, and perhaps one of its biggest clues to the past. 5. The Voynich Manuscript, a book no one can decipher. Finally, let's talk about the Voynich Manuscript, possibly the strangest book ever discovered. Written in the 15th century, it's filled with bizarre illustrations of plants that don't exist, astrological symbols, and an entirely unknown language. Despite centuries of effort from cryptographers, linguists, and even AI, no one has been able to crack its code. Some think it's an elaborate hoax. Others believe it's a medical or alchemical text. And then there's the theory that it's a guidebook from another world. One page features naked women bathing in what looks like interconnected tubes. Some think it depicts a primitive understanding of biology. Others? Well, your guess is as good as mine. Is the Voynich Manuscript the diary of a forgotten genius? Or is it something we're simply not meant to understand? The mystery endures. From the Antikythera mechanism to the Voynich Manuscript, these artifacts remind us just how little we truly know about our past. Were ancient civilizations far more advanced than we realize? Or are we just scratching the surface of a much larger mystery? One thing's for sure, history has a way of keeping its secrets. Thanks for joining me on this journey through time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay curious. Who knows what other secrets are waiting to be uncovered?